All right, we are live.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Nice.
Welcome to Simple Diversion. My name is Graham.
My name is Rob.
And today we have a very special guest. Pete from For Pete's Sake Have a Cigar is with us.
Good evening, gents.
Welcome, Pete. Thank you so much for being with us today. We appreciate it.
Yeah, it's good to have you.
Well, thanks. Yeah, thanks for having me. This is great.
You know, we've been wanting to do this for quite some time.
Yeah.
And I think it's only fitting that, Pete, you're our first hangout guest for Simple Diversion.
Yeah.
We go back pretty far, so I think that's pretty cool.
Yes, we do.
We got one viewer. I'm not
Nice.
sure how to see that, though.
Very nice. Well, I think they chat over here. We're good.
That's true. Two viewers. Hey, that's great.
Nice, nice.
So,
Sorry.
so if you guys are just joining us, this is Simple Diversion's first live hangout of 2018. It's been probably close to a year since we've
Has to be close to a year.
done
Yeah.
a hangout. And we've chosen to have Pete on, and we are going to smoke and loosely review the Mark Twain Connecticut cigar. Thank you, Pete, for...
I get the one that's tore up a little bit.
Yeah.
right there?
Hey, thanks to Ryan Young for donating a cigar. A little bashed in, but it'll do, right?
Oh yeah. Just
I don't wanna get too
trying
much-
to share our link here so other people can come see it. So don't mind me.
And I don't want to get too much into this cigar just yet because we'll talk about it. But man, these wrappers are thin.
Yeah.
They're thin. I think because of the durability of the cigar, because I don't really care that much about it. This has to be my favorite lawnmower cigar right here.
And golf.
And golf. Oh yeah, I've
sometimes
taken
with
many of these
golf,
out in the golf course.
I kind of worry my swing is going to hit the cigar. It's so big.
yeah.
Actually, my first Mark Twain.
Look at that. It's a first.
Well, if you try this one, Rob, and you like it, you're gonna have to try the Mark Twain Memoir. That's the Maduro wrapper.
Okay.
It's a little spin off of it. Has a little more flavor, but it's equally as good.
I enjoyed that cigar. I thought it was a really good cigar. I think I only had two, but
The burn on those can be a little bit temperamental. I don't know if it was just my batch, but on the memoirs, that is kind of a toss up.
well, and typically Maduros
Yeah.
tend to burn a little wonky too, so you can't really fault that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's got a good smell to it. Good nose.
So before we go any further,
Good.
Pete, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into cigars, and how you started your YouTube channel?
Gotcha. Well, my journey started, I'll say 6 or 7 years ago. It was, I lived at a different address. We're kind of sitting on the backyard, and me and some buddies actually lit up some pipes. Actually, pipes was my first ever smoke. And from there, we tried a cigar. It wasn't that great of a cigar. Eventually got into my first cigar that I really truly liked, which it was a Dutch Master President. You can get those at Kroger, Walmart. So that was kind of the building block. And then I had a couple other crappy cigars. And then the cigar of cigars for me, I have a kind of a tribute video to it on my channel. It's the Isla del Sol by Drew Estate. I was having a get-together with some guys, and I went to the local cigar shop, and I was like, you know, I've had a lot of cigars lately, but I really haven't really enjoyed one. So I want to get one that I could enjoy. And so he said, it depends on region, and went on. And he gave me this one. It has a sweetened tip. It's great for beginners. And the rest is history. So that's kind of how I got into cigar smoking. After that cigar, I said, cigars are really good. So I want to try everything there is to try out there.
Now, you do typically still smoke your pipe, though, once in a while?
Once in a blue moon. I find I do not enjoy tongue bite on pipes.
Okay.
And if you guys have smoked any aromatics, you can definitely vouch that comes along with them.
Yeah.
I actually love the for cigars, I prefer natural flavors.
Yeah.
And then with pipe smoking, I prefer
The
the
aromatic.
aromatic.
Yeah, same
but
here.
it's just
I do like
so,
the Virginias too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
just so much babying that goes on that it's really,
Yeah.
unless it's winter, then I seem to go that
just
to
a
that
quick
more.
smoke
Yeah.
while it's cold out.
Yeah, exactly.
20 minutes.
So it looks like we're up to 8 viewers right
wow.
now. So thank you
Very
guys.
nice.
Start the chat up amongst yourselves. Start talking to people. Meet some new cool people. We have Pete here from For Pete's Sake Have a Cigar. If you have any
Hello.
questions for Pete or for us, shoot them in the chat, and we will be sure to answer them as soon as we can.
And you guys are going to have to relay those messages to me because I cannot see them.
You got you, sir.
Will do. All right, we're gonna cut this bad boy, or are we waiting?
So I just want to say too, real quick, for anyone watching live or after the fact, check out Pete's channel. For Pete's sake, have a cigar.
Yes.
Floaty things all over here. He has a lot of great content, knows his stuff, and seems like genuine reviews on cigars. And fun to watch. If I don't know if Pete wants to, we already know. Know.
Are you going where I think you're going with this?
Yeah. Check out the lawn.
The lawnmower video is one of my more goofy videos, and yeah, just check it out. You'll see what I'm talking about.
We've actually pretty much known you since we first started. I mean, beginning. So
you made us a cake for our 100 subscribers.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Yep.
Really nice.
Didn't your wife smash it in your face?
She did, and she's in there smiling because she knows that she enjoyed that moment.
All right, well, let's get into the cigar. If you guys are watching, hopefully you're having a cigar with us, because that's what this is. This is just a fun hangout. Yeah. This is the Mark Twain cigar. It is from Nicaragua. It is going to be mild to medium body, but I would, correct me if I'm wrong, I would say this would be mild strength.
I would say at its best, it's a mild strength. You're not going to get a head rush off of this at all.
For you out there who are our whiskey followers, we are drinking some Basil Hayden's here at Simple Diversion, and I believe for Pete's sake is drinking some Larceny. So
some Larceny.
We do have the Rowan's Creek too. That we'll see if we open.
Might pop it open today. Why not?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait to dig into mine. I want to get some flavors off the cigar so people can tell what this is like.
Exactly. This is going to be a Connecticut wrapper with lots of veins.
It kind of looks like a paper bag, doesn't it?
It does. I was thinking that exactly like a paper bag. It's probably a lot less thick though.
Yeah, very thin, like you said.
They do come in Churchill, Double Corona, and then Presidente. This is I believe we all have the Churchill, which is a 7-inch by 50 ring gauge.
Yes, it's big.
And I dug this out of the humidor, and I forgot how huge this thing was.
Yeah, I saw it, and I'm like, all right. It's going to be a 2-hour-long video.
I have a feeling they're going to smoke fast. Quick, though. Yeah.
Yeah, because of how thin the wrapper is.
Yeah, I love this one. It never gets old for me. It's a good, cheap, everyday cigar. And you'll find, too, when you're having this one, if anybody out there is watching and you like a really good, smooth, mild retrohale, you can about retrohale this entire draw. I wouldn't say it for me the entire draw, but very close to it. It's very enjoyable.
I haven't had one this big in a while. I typically stay away from the 7-inchers, but what the heck?
I'll keep my thoughts to myself.
We just lost 2 viewers because of that.
Yeah. Shoot. I'll keep it clean, I promise. So let me ask, besides scotch and whiskey, what would be your other go-to beverage when you're having a cigar?
That's a good question. You want to go first?
I would say coffee. I like coffee with my cigar, with some cream.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like having like flavored cream, but I do like having some original cream and just some of that sweetness to go with the.
Yes, definitely.
Either that or, I mean, a beer is always good. Doesn't really match up as well as bourbon, or pair up as well as bourbon. But yeah, coffee or bourbon mostly.
Gotcha. Graham, your thoughts?
I used to be a beer connoisseur until I went to whiskey, and now I typically go with water if I'm not going with a whiskey.
Yeah. I used to always have a soda with it too, just because it helped me with my sugars. But
I got you. That makes sense. Yeah.
Past that, I usually just have water, beer, or bourbon.
I find
on occasion, I know they're not that good for you, but if you've ever had a Diet Coke with certain cigars, wow, that is a really good combo.
Yeah.
I find that water gives me the best palate for reviewing cigars. But there's also a time and a place for soda, coffee, whiskey, I think, depending on the cigar.
Absolutely.
I'm not seeing the chat, so I have the group chat here, but I don't.
I think
see...
I think that's the group chat for Google. Can you go into the
Oh,
YouTube maybe?
Okay,
maybe they're
try
talking.
that.
How about you, Pete? What do you usually drink?
Find that water.
So I have two beverages that I enjoy with cigars more than others, and I'll say water and coffee. I'm the exact same way. Coffee with a little cream, sometimes black.
Yeah.
If I have a good Nicaraguan blend of coffee, it actually, I don't know if it's the same region or what, but it goes really well with a cigar.
Yeah. Just to look at this chat here, see who we got in today. We have Joshua Johnson. How you doing, Josh? We have Chad. We have Andrew and Sonic Studios, as well as Crosby's Corner. How you doing, Crosby Corner? Crosby's.
What up, Crosby?
So they were saying they couldn't see Pete. Now they probably can, but
it wasn't going back and forth. Huh?
No, and again, we're new to the Google Hangout, so I'm just trying to figure out how to get.
So my voice was there, but I wasn't there.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out how it goes back and forth.
Wait, you can just kind of view it as like an ESPN radio show.
Yeah,
I don't want to have to click on it back and forth all the time.
Yeah.
Present to everyone profile. Mute.
Well, we're learning. Okay, yes.
Sonic Studios wants everybody to react to his YouTube channel.
Hey, why not? I'm guessing he's a Sonic fan.
Yeah.
I always thought Sonic was better than Mario, but that's just me. Are you guys, are you viewers smoking anything right now or drinking anything with us? Man, this is a really mild cigar, but I'm getting a little bit of spices. It's a nice, easy draw, like you were saying.
I wouldn't even call it like the main flavor component for me is almost like it's a very light earth almost with like a hint of like brown sugar almost.
Okay.
It's very unique.
Yeah.
But it's one of those cigars where, like you said, there's a little hint of spice, but the flavor profile, you can't really put a finger on it. For me, usually it's like a definite earth, a definite spice, a definite pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is kind of like in that middle ground.
Right.
But I will say the retrohale is oh so yummy.
Oh, so yummy.
There we go. I got it, everybody.
I'm on.
Good job, Graham.
Yeah, so it should switch back and forth.
All right.
With voice.
So, Graham, give us your thoughts on this cigar. What do you think?
I would say so far it's very smooth and mellow. Again, I don't think it's going to have bold flavors, anything like that, but very smooth and mellow so far.
Huh? Josh said he is drinking some Four Roses. Did you get that new bottle, Josh?
Crosby's Corner says, digging the shirts, gang. Thanks. We just got them. You guys can find them on our shop now, too.
Yeah.
Spreadshirt.com.
Nice.
So, a bunch of different logos. Really cool stuff.
No, I love your guys' new logo. I like the vintageness of it. It's very cool.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So, I know you've slowed down a little bit on your channel. I know you've been busy. Are you planning on coming up with some new videos soon?
Yes, life has been very hectic. So, is it okay if I ramble for about 2 minutes? And then I'll be done?
Absolutely. Gives me time to enjoy the cigar.
Okay, so starting back about a year ago, September, Labor Day of last year, I injured my back. I'm not going to say how. That's for another day. That's too long of a story. And I recovered and did a little YouTube here and there and was in and out of another job. But then finally I ended up going back to CDL school, and that has consumed the last 10 weeks of my life. But now I'm officially a CDL Class A holder, and I have found a job. And so life is good, and I can get back to maybe making some videos here and there. So that's lately right now. So that's why no one has seen me for probably 10 weeks. I've been on Instagram, though. If you don't follow me on Instagram, get on there and follow me there. And that's where I've been posting a lot of stuff. Just a little picture here and there to tell people I'm still alive.
And Pete is from the good old state of Ohio.
I don't know about good old.
I'd love to go to Ohio. They have everything there.
He is a Browns
They have the. Oh,
Are you
you
talking
are?
about the rain, the snow, and the air conditioning all in one day?
Yeah. Are you really a Browns fan?
Me?
Yeah.
I can't say that I am.
Good.
I watch very few sports. And here's one thing: if you're wanting to know movie trivia, I'm on the wrong show because that's not good for me. I don't mix with movie trivia or sports trivia or any of that. I follow like the Buckeyes, the Cavs, and the Indians, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Their local stuff.
I was rooting for the Cavs in the finals.
Same here.
If it's any consolation.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
All right. So, what's your take on LeBron? Do you think he stays or do you think he goes?
That's a tough one. I've heard so many conflicting things. I guess if you look at it from his eyes, it's kind of a battle between love of his home city or does he want to win championships? So that's kind of what it boils down to.
Yeah, I would say he's going, but that's just me.
Yeah, could be.
I mean, I wanna go there to see a Christmas Stories house and NFL Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, all that good stuff there. So
Yeah, we do have all that. Yes.
yeah.
Josh says we're still not seeing Pete, but I don't know how that can be because.
Can they hear me though? I assume
Yeah.
they can. Okay.
But it's flipping back and forth, so
Yeah,
I would
for us.
assume we're good.
Yeah.
It's probably Josh and his 1995. Just kidding, Josh.
Well, hey, if they can see me or not, at least they can hear my comments. That's all that matters. I'm fine with that. This is actually my first official Google Live stream.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad someone else is doing this for me so I don't mess it up too bad.
Oh, it's in theory it's easy. You watch YouTube videos on how to set it up, but once you set it up, they don't tell you like
Yeah.
how to get everybody visible and how to see the chat. Like,
Right.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, Crosby's Corner saying he can't see Pete either. So I don't know.
Josh says yes, we can hear Pete.
Okay. Well, I wonder why it's not going back and forth in there.
No.
Oh well.
Well, maybe, I mean, I could just tell everybody I don't have any clothes on. I mean, you can just hear my voice.
So they don't want to see it.
No, yeah, don't flip it to me.
All right, guys, I'll work on it. You keep us going here.
Oh man. So you told us what got you started in getting into cigars. What got you into making a YouTube channel?
So this is another really goofy story. My wife can also vouch for the craziness of this story, but I had started thinking up. I saw a lot of really cool YouTube channels. I really liked the format of the cigar channels. I watched Brian Glenn on Cigar Obsession. Watched TNT Cigar Review. Those are the first couple. That was when they were on the ground level. Or not Brian Glenn. He was already up to probably 60, 70,000 subscribers. But I got thinking, it'd be kind of cool to do YouTube. And I had some ideas that, everyone has their YouTube ideas. Oh, I'm going to get something and get a viral video. Well, mine was basically a vent that I put in my garage. It was a hair dryer, and it was a little tube, a PVC tube that vented out in my corner so I could try to smoke cigars in the wintertime. So that was one of my first videos I ever made. And after I did that and I started getting into very basic editing, I just like making movies, period. It's not about YouTube anymore for me. It's family movies, kind of like displaying your point of view to the world, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know have you guys been on seeing Jeremy Sires?
No.
So if you get a chance, get on and see him. He when I got on, he only had about 7,000 subscribers. I think he's up to 20-some thousand now. But he has some of the best editing and video making skills that I've almost ever seen. I mean, he's really unique in what he does, and I don't think anybody has something out like he does. But he does a lot of product reviews, a lot of stuff that's on Amazon. Does some vlogging when he goes to like Home Depot. It's pretty funny, actually.
You have to check him out. What's his name again?
Jeremy Sires, Siers.
All right. Man, what a beautiful day. It's been raining the last couple of days. Finally have some nice weather. We can enjoy this live video.
Oh, yeah.
It's still raining. We were talking about having to go into the garage, and that would have been fun.
Yep, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
So to fire back the question, I know you guys are all about scotch and cigars and whiskey, but what made you guys want to get together and start a YouTube channel?
Well, we started off just kind of goofing around, sending videos by phone back and forth, and because we always watched a lot of YouTube, so we would make like goofy videos, like, oh, we should do a YouTube channel and make it goofy. But we were into cigars, whiskey, even Funko Pops at the time. So basically movies, all that. So we were trying to get everything that, like hobbies all around and make a channel about that for a community to come in and whatever you're interested in, tag along with us. But
Gotcha.
we just kind of broke it down to just cigars and whiskey, and everything else didn't really fit with it. So
I think that's what happens to a lot of people, though. Like you were saying, you kind of start out with a broad start on everything. You want to do everything, but then you find your niche. You find out what you're good at, what you want to keep doing. That's kind of how I was too.
Right. Well, and we had just found out that we were both getting ready to have a kid too. So it's like, why are we doing this? We're not going to have. We're able
kudos to you guys, because I don't know how you do that. That would be crazy
stuff. I think.
Well, shout out to our significant others, because they really help us out a lot.
Yeah, they do,
to make that happen. So this cigar goes for about $3 a stick.
Ain't bad.
And you can find a 5-pack on Cigars International, or a box of 25 for about $60. So I think that's a pretty good buy.
Heck yeah.
Now I'm getting a little hints of spice and maybe a little bit of cream, but again, mellow notes.
Yeah.
How about you, Pete?
I am still getting about the same. Like I said, it's a nice medium the road cigar. There's not too much of one flavor, but the problem is for me is I know I really like it. I know that it's a good, sweet, mellow flavor, but I can't really pinpoint what it tastes like. I know for me, a main flavor for me is probably brown sugar. It's like a very diluted brown sugar and a cream.
Yep. I'm getting some cream and earth.
And I would even say on the retrohale, I know everyone always talks about a floral note, and I really find those in long filler cigars, and I get a little bit of that floral note on the retrohale.
This is bothering me because it should be presenting him.
All right. So it was saying that before, Graham. It was saying simple diversion present, or you're presenting, and then it went away.
Doing it.
Oh, okay.
I was manually putting you on there, but I can't keep doing that.
Okay. So it only does it for a certain time, and then it goes away.
Yeah. So he has to. Right now, he's clicking on you while you're talking, and then when we start talking, he's clicking on us. And
oh, okay.
Kind of a pain.
That's gonna be that'll be hard.
Yeah, yeah. But so Pete, more about cigars. What is one of your number one go-to cigars that you always have to have in your humidor?
All right, so that narrows it down, because if you're gonna say my go-to, it's a very expensive cigar for me. Let's see here.
We'll go. That'll be the next question.
Yeah. All right. So starting off there, that's even a tough one, because for me, I always tell people I can never say that I have one cigar that I call either my favorite or I have to have, because cigars for me are like eating. Like you guys have said it, I've said it, where it depends on the day, depends on your mood. Do I want spicy? Do I want mellow? Do I want real light? Do I want heavy? Right now, I'm into some Obsidians. It's the Little Gordos. They're the Maduro Obsidians. Those are like a really deep espresso with a nice peppery kick. It's really, really awesome. So that's one. I would say another one I always have on hand is my first cigar, the Isla del Sol. I like some infused cigars, the Opulence 3 by Drew Estate. So really, I guess for an everyday, I like some sweet cigars. If I wanted to say one I don't have, which I wish I had on hand at all times, would be the Perdomo Vintage. I think it was aged 10 years. I had a video on that one. That one is one of my all-time favorites. And then a recent one, it's very expensive. This isn't the one I was going to mention to you earlier, but it was by Avo. It was their it's one of their newer releases, but it's about $22 in the cigar shop. I got that one to kind of celebrate getting through school, but I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me.
Oh, My Bourbon Journey is online. He said he's in Sussex, Wisconsin.
Yeah. He messaged us one time, I believe, either Instagram or Twitter, and one of the live videos I think might have been Whiskey in the Six. But
Okay.
yeah, he said he'd like to meet up somewhere in Wisconsin one day. So
I drive through Sussex probably once a week going to Waukesha.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, he's got some good content too. So go over to his channel.
Yeah.
And check his
Cool.
stuff out.
Yeah, we'll definitely collaborate sometime soon here because
Yeah.
Crosby's Corner, we've been looking to hook up with him for a hangout. My Bourbon Journey, that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see what happens here.
Very cool.
So we've kind of given you what we think about the cigar. So I say we partake in some bourbon. Speaking of my bourbon journey, let's crack these open, pals. And if you guys are out there, have something that you are drinking, let us know.
Would you like?
Thank goodness no one can see me because I've already dipped into mine.
You like to try the?
Yeah, we can try that.
I'll let you open it up since it is yours.
I apologize. It sounds like someone's over mowing next to me. So
That's
you
us.
guys.
That's us too. We have them on both sides right now.
Great.
What happens when you're outside on a nice day?
Yep. It's coming right by here.
We
You'll
got
hear
the
it.
memo. We put signs all over the place. Please do not mow the grass. Yeah, whatever.
Quiet, please.
It happens.
I'll pour you some.
Oh. Yeah. So I usually, if someone comes over and oh, you doing something over here? If someone comes over to my place and they've maybe had a few cigars and want to try something different, I always try to give them my favorite cigar. Just to, you got to start off like with a good bang so that they fall in love with it. That's kind of how
Can I guess the brand?
Oh yeah, you already know it.
Oliva.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You leave a V Melanio. So I always
thought
try,
so.
even though it's like a $12, $13 stick, it's something.
Worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it trying to get them into the spirit.
I hope I'm not the only one that thinks this way on this, but even though we do tend to spend a lot of money on cigars, it's the one thing I don't mind sharing. I don't really look at it as I'm giving so much money away. I look at it as I'm kind of giving an experience away.
Right. That's how I feel with both cigars and whiskey. So that's kind of
Well, I need to come drinking at your house then.
Yeah.
Come on over.
It's we factored that in, I thought, last
It's like
year.
an 8-hour drive, isn't it?
8 or 10 hour drive, maybe 10.
10.
We Rory. We ever hear from him anymore?
I have off and on. Him, just like myself, he's still trying to figure out what he wants to do on YouTube.
Sure.
I loved how he supported channels. I wish he would have continued that, but our passion has changed, and so he is still trying to kind of figure that out. So he switched channel names. He's trying to come up with something that's very crafty. I know all of us know him as Rory. Great guy, great supporter of the cigar and pipe community, but I've heard from him off and on. I tried to email him about getting on tonight, but I just think he hasn't gotten that yet.
Sure.
But yes, I've heard from him off and on. We keep in contact, and an email, and so yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, he is. I always liked his channel because he always, said good things about other people's channel, and tried to help them more so than himself. And I always thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I've never met someone so selfless because he didn't like to smoke on camera. It was just his personal preference, and so he would get on and support other people, talk about other people, and very rarely would he ever talk about himself. So I thought it was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have Kevin Hester joined. He's drinking some Stag Junior. And then we have Richie Z. Hey, thanks for hopping on.
Greetings.
While we have a moment here and we have a few viewers, can we go over our giveaway?
Sure, let's do it.
You've got it over there.
Okay, so I will start here. So we're going to be doing a giveaway. Are we starting it this week then?
Yeah, so it's going to be on this video. If you're watching this, make sure that you are subscribed to our channel, and we should have thought about this further. Pete, what should they comment about in the comments of this video to get them into the drawing?
Whether LeBron's staying or going.
Where do you think LeBron's going?
I would say to make it nice and simple, maybe be real specific and just ask what their favorite bourbon is if they drink. If they don't drink and they just have cigars, maybe what their favorite cigar is.
Okay, very good. Perfect. So I'll start us off here. We have a Rabbit Hole hat.
Nice hat.
We actually got from Rabbit Hole, the distillery. They sent these to us, so
nice.
Got a few to give away. So it's a nice hat. I wear mine all the time.
All the time. He sleeps in it.
I have a couple videos with it on too. So yeah, I do sleep in it backwards, so it's kind of hard to, do that. But yeah, we have a hat. And we have a Rabbit Hole cigar from Diesel, which is also AJ Fernandez cigar, and they teamed up, and it is a barrel aged cigar.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I love barrel aged cigars.
We actually just reviewed this. The video's not out yet, but
probably
maybe
Friday.
So it's actually a really good cigar. So all you got to do is comment, and you get a free cigar and a hat from Rabbit Hole. Yeah. So anything else?
Maybe we should do that in that video. The video that comes out Friday. But this is like an intro to that, because then I can actually put something visually up.
So comment on that video?
Yeah. So
they have to comment in this video on their favorite cigar, and then the next video on their favorite whiskey.
Just the next one.
No, I'm kidding.
I was getting confused. Then go back to our first video. Comment on that one. No.
Watch every video you've ever made, and then comment on every single
one.
You
have to share every video, too, on Twitter.
So, if you're watching, just keep in mind, we're going to have this giveaway. It'll be for our next one. I'll put a graphic in and when it ends. So comment on your favorite bourbon or whiskey or cigar, and you could win this. We will draw probably a week after Friday.
These cigars are actually back ordered right now too, so you cannot really find them anywhere.
That's a good sign.
Pretty much any website. So very good sign.
Yeah, I think any new barrel aged cigar, it's almost like an IPA or a small batch beer or bourbon. Something that people think that's like a limited release that'll always go off the shelves really quick.
Yeah. And it was really good. We both liked it. I don't know if it's something that we would buy a box of, but definitely a 5-pack, here and there. For sure. Definitely worth smoking.
Yeah. Good.
So I have to ask while he's on commenting, Crosby, what are you smoking tonight?
So if he's still with us.
Yeah, it may not be.
We got 9 viewers.
Yeah, we got 9 viewers. Good.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think that's our record. Then again, this is only our second live video that we've hosted.
I pay people to get on and watch. So
here's $10. Here's $10.
So, question for you, Pete, and this could cause an uproar. Who knows? But
an uproar, yeah, right. I'm an easygoing guy, so shoot away.
Well, not from you, but from everybody else.
Oh, okay. All right.
The question is, in the cello or out?
What?
Cellophane.
Oh, okay. All right.
What?
So, I was like, what? So, lately I've tried both. I've experimented with both. So there are ups and downs to both. I love taking the cellophane off if you want some cigars to marry together and you want to experiment with a few different flavors. If you want to keep the integrity of the cigar, the flavor, the wrapper, because the other downfall to taking the cellophane off, I have found, is that the wrappers, if they get just a little on the dry side, they start to crack and come off. So I would say at this point, I'm a fan of the cellophane on. If your cigars dry out and you take cellophane off, the recovery time is drastically shortened if they're dry. So your humidor gets down to, let's say, 50%, 40%, a couple weeks, and you squeeze them and they're not squishy anymore. Take the cellophane off on whatever few cigars might be dry. Boom, 2-3 weeks, you're back to normal.
I'm kind of...
Thank you.
I'm kind of half and half. Some of them I take out, some of them I don't. I kind of move mine around a lot, so I sometimes just leave some in, and then if there's that off chance of mold, at least it's going to be kind of contained.
That too, the protection of mold, that's a big one.
Yeah.
But I think if you dedicated a humidor to no cellophane, and then ones you want to transport, go golfing, go out and do whatever you want to take them canoeing, I would keep all those in the cellophane just for protection purposes.
Exactly.
All right, so we got a couple people commenting their favorite bourbons. We have Kenobi. He says his favorite bourbon is still Wild Turkey 101.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I told him. I told him on the chat too. I just said if he likes Wild Turkey, he should try Russell's Reserve by Wild Turkey. That's one of my favorite bourbons. So.
Oh yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. Thanks to Josh, who's actually in the chat right now. He actually lent that out to us.
Yep. So thank you.
So I think my favorite Wild Turkey is still 101. I know we bought the not the Decades.
Rare breed.
Yeah. We haven't cracked that one open yet though, surprisingly. But yeah.
I was talking to Graham a couple days ago, and I told him that my favorite. I just tried on Father's Day with my dad. It was actually Booker's. Good old high-end Jim Beam. That was outstanding.
Yeah, we have a bottle of Booker's. I want to say, gosh, I'm going to feel dumb if I get this wrong, but I want to say it's the Rachel. It's the new 2018.
Okay.
So, because each, I think it's either each year or each quarter, they have a different batch that comes out. So they're not always the same. So they're not
okay.
They stay the same ABV and the same flavors, and so yeah. I've also been wanting to try Baker's.
Okay.
Kind of.
I've never heard of that one. Which one's that?
It's in the same wheelhouse. I don't know too much about it, to be honest with you. I usually, yeah.
Is it in the same family as Booker's?
I believe so.
Now, are many? I mean, I'm not an expert in bourbon. I know what I like, but are many bourbons uncut and unfiltered like Booker's would be? Because I know that's what it says directly on the bottle. Is that normal?
I believe so.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of them are diluted a little bit.
Right. Yeah, they have the dilution a little bit, but I mean, we're too getting. We've been more Scotch and Irish whiskey, and so we're actually maybe 4 to 6 months ago we started really cracking into bourbons. So the one to really ask is my bourbon journey, who's on the chat. So
there you go.
But no, we know some about certain bourbons like Rabbit Hole and Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace is still
Angel's Envy is very good. Try that out. I love that. Basil Hayden's Eagle Rare.
Eagle Rare.
Eagle Rare.
So I don't know, Pete. It's switching back and forth for us, but they still can't see you. So I
that's fine. If you want to show my face every once in a blue moon, that's
tried.
fine.
I started presenting you, and they still couldn't see you. So I'm not really sure.
That's fine.
Well,
I'll just be
it bothers me.
The hidden voice in the background.
So, well, I'll just be on the computer the whole night, and you guys can
watch this live show of Pete and Rob.
I'm just the guy on the computer, the weird guy.
So my cigar is getting really.
You should show that to the camera.
Cracked up.
Look at that thing. Thanks, Ryan.
Ouch,
man! It's probably the worst.
I don't know if cigar glue would fix that.
But
I'd have to say we're smoking at about the same pace.
Yeah.
I just took my band off as well, and I'm about down to the same amount.
Actually, the ash too is kind of hanging on pretty strong because I'm tapping it a few times. I don't want a son of a moment, but it's hanging on.
Whenever you say it, you jinx yourself.
Well, I'm just gonna let it go, see how long it goes, because we haven't had a son of a moment in a while. So the one on Friday, you'll see one.
Oh yeah. So I have to ask you because it's just been on my mind. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but so where has Tom been? Is Tom just not doing videos anymore, or?
I would say some of that. I've asked him here and there to do some videos, and he has politely declined. He's been busy lately too.
Okay.
I think his passion for doing videos might have fizzed out a little bit.
Right.
I definitely do miss having him as my sidekick because he definitely did add a lot to the show. But nonetheless, the love of cigars must continue. So I am.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I said, I apologize to everybody if you are a follower of my channel. I couldn't even tell you the last time I came out with a video. Like I said, I've been posting on Instagram, and I actually started up a new channel as well. It's called Strominger Studios, where I want to do some more vlog type videos of product reviews, Some stuff that I've, like my CDL school, I'll be doing a little review on that school. But yeah, if you guys want to get on and check that out, feel free.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, okay.
So if you guys had to tell me what whiskey or scotch is in the glass on your shirt, what would it be?
Oh, by far some Balvenie 21 Portwood.
Probably Lagavulin 16 or...
Well, this is more of like a bourbon glass, I think. So maybe,
True.
yeah, maybe some. I don't know.
There you go.
There you go. Maybe some
We
Wild
don't
Turkey
know.
101.
Mine would probably be like grape juice or apple juice. I mean.
Grape juice.
I'm still trying to find this. I'm going on like forums and whatnot, but everybody's just like, you just click on his thing and it should have a blue box, but it don't.
Well, we do have some questions, right?
We've kind of gone over most of
Oh,
them.
have we?
Let me
Okay.
go back to the chat here and check in. His fingers over the camera. I like that.
Yeah. Josh says that it's good to at least hear your voice, Pete. I know Josh
Do
is
I have a radio voice?
as well.
Well, I'll try to keep entertaining you with my voice then, my friend, because that's all I got tonight.
Josh has definitely been one of our biggest supporters of the channel.
Very
So,
cool. It's nice to have those people. For
yeah,
sure.
that's for sure.
Hats off to him, because without people like that, I would probably still do my channel, but people like Rory for me and even you guys, that's what kind of pushes me over the edge to keep doing stuff. It motivates me, and you know, it's cool to connect. It's like almost like Facebook, but in video format.
Right. Yeah, it's a nice community. I love it.
Yeah.
All the other channels and talking with them, seeing what they're up to and how they do it and go about.
It's really funny though, comparing the dynamics of the pipe community and the cigar community, and kind of both of those, how they kind of go back and forth. And most of the time, people are pretty nice about everything. Once in a while, you get someone that's like a diehard pipe guy that kind of has a very strong opinion. But nonetheless, I still love them because tobacco's tobacco. I mean,
yeah,
whatever instrument you're smoking it out of.
Right. Yeah, I'll never forget the comment we got on one of our videos. Probably the funniest thing. Like, does anybody else kind of hate these guys?
Yeah.
So you get those two, which
gosh.
I find it, you know, it's all whatever. It's fun. So it gave me
That was me. No, I'm just kidding.
One of his burner accounts.
Yeah. You're not supposed to tell anybody.
I feel like this should not be this difficult, but yeah. My bourbon journey just said awesome community, no doubt. Yeah, that's kind of why we do this, because we are trying to build a community. We have found it's actually harder with cigar channels. We haven't really found any that are kind of our size that we have been able to interact with, other than Pete and then Jeff from Crosby's Corner.
Right. Yeah, it's been tough for the cigar community, but there's a bunch of good you know, YouTube channels in the cigar community, but it's a little harder to communicate with them.
I will say, when I first started following Crosby's Corner, it was so hilarious because his first few videos, I instantly fell in love with his channel. He had this temperamental lighter. If any of you haven't been on his channel, get on and check it out. But I was almost really sad when he fixed it, because he'd go to light a cigar, he'd burn his hat because he'd have like a 12-foot flame on that thing. I'm like, holy cow.
That was my favorite moment of his. And he's like, my favorite hat.
My favorite hat.
I know in one of his videos he was saying, you know, what am I doing good? What am I doing bad? What do you want to see more of? And my instant response, I didn't get a chance to respond yet, but it will be to bring the evil lighter back for sure.
I'm still not getting that blue box that they're talking about.
So have you had any luck with Cuban cigars?
You know what? I had a viewer.
What's your thought on that, I guess?
Well, my thought is this, and I'm just going by what I've been told.
Mhm.
I love Nicaraguan cigars. They're my number one. And the debate was out there, are Nicaraguan better than Cuban?
Yeah.
And I have only had one Cuban, and it really wasn't all that great. I mean, it was okay, but I much prefer the Nicaraguan taste, profile, strength, everything. It's creamier, it's sweeter, and you can retrohale it. It's just like I haven't had one Nicaraguan that I've really not been a fan of.
Yeah, they've come a long way.
Oh yeah, I hear Cubans are. I've never actually had a Cuban cigar myself, but I hear they're very salty. Is that true? I don't know if yours was, or there's a lot of salt and spice.
I think it just depends on the soil.
Yeah. I think there's just a huge crave. Yeah. We hear them. Must be pretty loud for you.
Yeah.
I think there's just a big crave for Cuban cigars because you can't really find them here, you know?
Yeah.
So everybody's like,
I guess my bucket list is my ashtray right here. So if I could get a hold of a true, I'm not talking a knockoff, I'd actually have to go to the factory and get a Cohiba, a true Cohiba. How do you say it? Bahique or Bahique?
Yeah, Bahique.
My neighbor said he had one. It was the best cigar he's ever had, and it was the first cigar he ever had. So I would love to do that, but getting them is very hard.
First cigar you've ever had, man.
Well, yeah, and I'll see them all the time on Cigar Dojo app or Cigar Cartel on Facebook, and hey guys, is this real or fake? And like 90% of the time, fake.
Yeah, so you got to be really careful with that. I'm going to London here soon. And...
Hi, Mr. Man, cutting his lawn. You guys can't see probably, but
is that Tom?
Yeah. No, that's another neighbor. Can you hear it though?
Oh, a little bit.
Pete's sitting there like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hopefully I can find a couple good ones there, but who knows how legit they are. But Joshua Johnson, he's saying he'll be getting some from a buddy of his, so we'll see.
If they're true and genuine, name your price. I might have to flip him a couple bills.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy. Says that's illegal. I asked him. He said he's got a lot of Cubans. He said they're okay. I said, yeah, feel free to send us some.
Well, it's not illegal to give them away. It's illegal to sell them.
True.
So you can. Thanks to Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
We're not going to get political, but he actually has allowed as many as you basically can bring over, as long as you don't sell them or ship them. They have to be with you. So
gotcha.
Which is nice because I think before you can only bring up to 10 or something. But everybody got quiet after I brought Obama up, so I'm sorry.
That's crazy. Says when in Cuba you can only buy cigars at government stores, not off some guy at the beach. That's very true. Yeah, because they're always looking for tourists.
Yeah, they have like shavings and
rat
particles
poop and hair and dirt.
Yeah, don't go for the guy that's like over here. I got some.
One tip that everyone's told me, and it's been tried and true: if you walk into a cigar shop and they push Cuban, it's not Cuban. And that's if you come in and they show you all types of cigars. If you ask if they have Cubans and they take you over to the Cuban section, then most likely that would be a true Cuban. Just food for thought.
Yeah. That's crazy. He said Cubans are overrated.
And overpriced.
Overpriced, yes.
I agree.
So pretty much.
If it was $100, I give it to you for $20.
Yeah.
Well, it's availability. If you can't get something, you want it that much more,
right,
and you'll pay more money.
Right.
It's just like Scotch that's 21 years old, or 25,
or
30.
collector's items of any kind. You're like,
exactly,
a toy or whatever, but people want it.
Yeah,
it's so rare. So.
Right, and it's worth money. So I would love to have that.
Yep.
Like you see Scotch out there that's $800, a couple grand, and you're like, oh, I want that, and then you try it, and it's like, it's just a little better than.
Have you guys watched Brian Glenn smoke the $600 Gurkha? His Majesty.
Yes, I did. I did see that. It was.
And at the end of the video, he holds it up and he said, "The cigar is good. Is it $600 good? I don't think so."
But that's for you to decide.
Yeah, that's for you to decide. Yes.
I don't know much that is $600 good of anything.
Rory just jumped on. Hey, Rory.
Rory, how you doing?
Man. Rory.
Good to see ya. Long time.
All right, guys. So one other question I have.
We got 10.
Besides not naming my channel or Crosby's Corner, we'll leave both of those out. What would be your other favorite cigar, I guess, or whiskey channel that you guys, I know, and leave out Scotch Test Dummies. They can't be a part of this either. What would be your favorite cigar or bourbon or Scotch channel?
I'll let you do a cigar. I'll do the Scotch. How about that?
Well, I used to watch.
You watch more cigars than I do.
I used to watch Brian Glenn a lot. I don't want to say he got too big for me, but he's kind of above us. But
Corporate America.
Okay, I have to go with Cigar Vixen. I have to. Just have to
read stereotype.
You have to read the comments. That makes it all good.
But okay, we'll do one of each.
Okay.
Yeah, Cigar Vixen. Sure, I'll go with that one. But I would go with Aquavite.
Okay, yeah. Oh, he is so intelligent.
I love his.
Now, is he bourbon or Scotch?
Yeah, mostly Scotch.
He's mostly
Scotch. Okay, gotcha.
For Scotch, I would have to. Man, there's a few that I'd have to choose from, but Whiskey in the Six, who we were just live with last week on his channel, and Scotch for Dummies. They've come a long way. They're doing some good stuff, and also the Malted Man Cave. He's doing some good stuff too with Scotch and whiskey.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, check him out.
I shall do that.
And for those who I forgot, I'm sorry.
My bourbon journey.
Well, yeah, but he's on here, so
he
knows himself.
Well, I think too with whiskey, we can be a little bit more creative. We can do
verses,
blind
tastings.
With cigars, we do more of just us talking and what we think about it, and we're trying to figure out what can we do that's different, that still interacting with you guys. And I think live videos are a big part of it.
You know, it would be a lot of fun with cigars. A cigar live video would be having us, of course, but then getting, other cigar channels to have like just a big group live, like have multiple channels, maybe up to like 5-6 channels live all at once, and see where that takes us.
I know Brian Glenn started something. It was like a virtual HERF. We'd have to do it somehow like that. I'm not sure how he does that, but that is an idea.
Well, just to bring in a community and just
definitely
big conversation. That'd be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Earthstagram, are you there?
Yes, this whole thing is bothering me because I want everybody to see Pete and everything that he is. But
hey, for this show, don't worry about it. Let's just enjoy this show. I'm fine with that. So take your mind off me. I'm here in voice. Let's just enjoy the show.
So I do like your shirt, Pete. Are your shirts on sale, or is that?
They are not. I haven't gotten enough requests for them yet, and if I had enough, I would probably do it. I need to get together with you guys and find out a good supplier to do those through, because I don't want people to have to pay $20 to $25 for a T-shirt. I'd rather get the price down to where somebody else supplies them. It's $15.
Yeah, we had a really good supplier before we went with Spreadshirt, but our issue was that he was down in Florida, so you had to pay for the shipping, and it was
okay.
He's actually a buddy of mine, but so that became a problem. But but yeah, I don't know what to tell you. They're in Spreadshirt, that you found. So.
We're still like Spreadshirt. I think I want to say our T-shirts are going for.
So on average, what could I buy one of your T-shirts for then, roughly?
I want to say
anywhere from 17 to 22,
something like that.
That's not too bad. That's pretty good. Yeah. That's shipping and everything. That'd be really good.
And the hoodies are pretty cheap. The hoodies are about $35.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to get hats. It wouldn't let me print on hats, so we'll have to dabble in that a little bit more.
That would be really. I would get a hat though. That would be really cool.
Yeah, I would love to get some hats. I know Whiskey in the Six has a bunch of hats. Scotch Test Dummies has a bunch. So I'd have to talk to them what they're doing. But
yeah, I think for this shirt, I got this shirt has printing on the front and the back, and I think this one, after everything was said and done, was for myself was like $28.
Okay.
And I don't know of anybody, unless they're a raving psycho fan, who would want to pay $28 for it. Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh.
We're fans. We want one. Well, and our shirts too, we have on the back, it's got I don't know if you can see. It says find us on YouTube, and it's got the little drink, but for the shop, we couldn't get those. We couldn't get the front and back print. It was just the front. But yeah, we can do. I think it depends on what quality of t-shirt you want to get too.
Gotcha.
They are. Some of them are $22.50.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, we have coffee cups too, and what else do we have? We have
here's one for $16.50, and we have the retro logo.
yeah, the old school.
I'm stuck in my chair here.
What are you digging at over there?
My buttons.
So we're gonna keep this clean. Man. So once again, thank you for the viewers for coming on and joining us. We're having a good time here. I hope you are also.
Oh, Josh, of course, has to correct us. Thanks, Josh.
I said $35 to $40, didn't I?
Yeah, well.
Thanks, Josh. Thanks. Why don't you buy one for $45?
Oh, wait, no, actually, Josh wasn't correcting us. He said shirts are 17 to 22, hoodies up to 35, and then he said actually the hoodies 40. So,
okay.
Thanks, Josh.
Thanks, Josh. Thanks for clarifying that back. We know Josh personally too, so we can mess with him a little bit.
What's going on? What are you doing?
Oh, your button's stuck inside the chair, so you can't like.
I can't.
Holding them captive.
Well, guys, I guess I'm going to be here all night.
All right. Oh, Rory says he wants some of the merchandise, so
I just put a link in the chat if you guys want to visit our shop. Will that be our shop forever? We don't know. We just kind of stumbled across it and figured, hey, if anybody wants merchandise, we can at least get it up there. It was, Pete, in case you're wondering, it was free to post. So you just get a % of everything that sells.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I will say, watching myself smoke a cigar,
It's not great.
it's not good. So I'm gonna try to look at the camera. Yeah,
Just get really close, Rob, and then smoke it right up there.
this is still kind of.
Oh man, yours is coming apart.
Man, I don't know what's going on, but
Stupid Mark Twain's.
But yeah, I'm just gonna.
Graham, did you just have a son of a moment?
I just had a son of a moment.
No, your second one on this video.
Oh, the other one asked over here. Right?
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, what time is it here? We've been on for about an hour, and this thing is still going pretty.
Have we really been on for an hour already?
Yeah, it's
goes by
almost 7:30.
Wow.
Thank you guys for hanging with us.
Yeah.
So I have to say on this cigar does not transition all that much. Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a pretty plain Jane all the way through the stick.
And I'm actually not getting any spice at all. Only
Not
time I got
anymore.
spice was when I first lit it for like 5 minutes. That's about it. 10 minutes tops.
I think Pete had it right too, where he said
It's really.
this is a great cigar if you're doing something else,
Yeah.
cutting the lawn, golfing, whatever. Because you don't have to focus on it. It's not complicated, but it's
Yeah,
good.
it doesn't intrigue your taste buds that much. I mean, it's there and it's definitely a pleasant retrohale, pleasant taste on the palate, pleasant draw, pleasant aroma of the smoke. But yeah, it's a good cigar. I like it.
Rory says I need some glue for my cigar.
I think it's too far gone for that.
Yeah.
But it's smoking. Yeah, that Rowan's is really good. The Rowan's Creek. I believe it was about $30 for that bottle. So for you bourbon drinkers out there, definitely give this a try. Something different. It looks like it reminds me of like a microbrewery type, where
It does, because of
It's
the
a
label,
small
I
batch.
think. Yeah, and it's not very well. I mean, I guess it's well known if you're into bourbons, but if you're not, you don't really.
I never heard of it
Yeah.
before I picked it up.
But hey, my bourbon journey. If you're still with us, you know, are you coming out with any content anytime soon? Are you? I always like your videos. I'm pretty sure he comes out with one like once a week at least. Oh, he's leaving now.
He's got to run.
There you go.
See you later.
Hey, thanks for joining us.
Peace out.
All right. So I got an interesting question to ask you guys. This is from one video maker to another. What is a constant pet peeve that haunts you while you're filming? When you go to edit, you almost have to reshoot it because of that one pet peeve. Do you ever have that?
Can I guess yours and you can guess mine? Because I already know.
You already know mine, but yeah, we ran into it earlier this week. Go ahead.
We were doing a blind tasting. I won't say what it is yet because we might still put it up, but it was a little blurry. And that's Graham it comes up a little blurry. It feels like he has to do the whole video over again, even if it's just for a second.
Well, we stopped doing the autofocus because it kept going in and out. So you can see a couple videos earlier in our YouTube journey. So then we just did it manually, and I double, triple check it. And I still do that, but for some reason, something happens where maybe the camera gets bumped or something, and we're out of focus. So
Okay,
I
gotcha.
don't like putting anything out there that I'm not proud to show.
Yeah.
And therefore, Rob's like, it's not bad. I'm like, ugh, I hate it.
I know people can't see me, but you can see me. I hate it when my shirt does this.
Yeah.
And then I get done with filming. I'm like, gosh, dang it.
Yeah. I don't like it when we had a lot of our cigar videos before the way we sit, you can see our feet.
What in the heck happened to you guys?
I was trying something out. It didn't work. I don't like my feet showing. I don't like when we say a lot. You know, every now and then we have the ums.
I'm the same way. Same thing.
Yeah. Sometimes you're just enjoying your cigar. I don't really see anything wrong with that if you just take a moment to enjoy the cigar. But I want to make sure we always have some content as well.
I try to keep all my filming from like the bottom of my chest up.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll watch the video. I was like, man, I thought I was losing weight.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, I went for a 4-mile run, and then I sit here. I'm like, oh.
Josh says, what the heck was that?
I tried screen sharing, so maybe you guys could see Pete, but it didn't work. So
we're trying some Star Trek stuff. So
yeah, we're rookies, so we'll get better at this. But again, this is just a hangout. So yeah.
Yeah. It's nice to have a good day. We've been having a rough year. Comes to nice weather.
Yeah, we didn't really have much of a spring because we had snow all the way in April. Like,
did you really?
Like 6-7 inches of snow.
Yeah.
Mid-April.
Oh my gosh.
It just kept coming.
I'm enjoying this right now because as of this Monday, I'll be starting my new job, and that's going to be a 10 to 12 hour day.
Ooh.
So unless it's the weekends, I'm probably not going to feel like doing much of this.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Well, enjoy it while it lasts.
Exactly. Yep.
So I'm going to shoot that back at you, Pete. What's a pet peeve of yours? You said when your shirt goes up, right?
Yeah, when the shirt goes up, and then there's a couple times when I flip my phone around.
Or when there's a guy mowing his lawn next door. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that too.
Nice
like tonight, for tonight, for instance. So Graham and I wanted to get together about 5-10 after 7 and do a little test shoot just to make sure everything's working good. Connection was good. My mom calls and she says, "Hey, I want to talk to you, but we're eating dinner. Can I call you back?" I'm like, "Yes." So she called back just in time. So I was like, "All right, one thing down." My other neighbor starts mowing, and I'm like, I mean, is this really going to happen tonight? So stuff like that. Like I'm trying to. The crows here for some reason. I'll hear no crows. I'll go to film, and it's like they come out of the woodwork. So in all my videos, you'll hear there's that, and then the audio. I had a lot of trouble with audio, and I still do. Trying to fix that, but I have a preamp that I would like to get off Amazon, and it's a battery operated one. You can throw it right on your rig, and it's supposed to give you a lot better audio quality. So I am trying to get that implemented because I think if you have good audio, even if your video isn't all that great, I think people will still watch your videos.
Yeah.
Because I mean, for me, audio is a big thing. So
yeah, for sure. I will have to say, I know we brought up the lawnmower video of yours, mowing the lawn, but one of my favorite videos, and the reason is because it became one of my favorite cigars, is when you did Swamp Thing. I know it's not Swamp Thing, but your video had the Swamp Thing on it, and that was just, I had to buy one right away, tried it. I was like, oh, I think it has
green screen action.
Yeah, it has one of the. I did not like the smell, the nose of it at all.
You didn't like the nose of it? I thought you would because you're a Scotch drinker.
I know. I just, there was something about it that I was like, man, this really does smell like manure, like just straight up manure. And I started smoking it, and it was, man, phenomenal. And then I had another one. The nose was a lot better, because it's something I've grown accustomed to, I guess. But yeah, that's definitely my top 5 cigar now. I don't know why. I love it. What are you doing, Graham?
Speaking of Swamp Thing, what do you guys think of the Candela wrapper?
We're down to 7.
They can see him now, but I don't think they can see us. So,
okay.
So Pete, look alive, man.
Put your shirt down a little bit. You're good.
There we go.
Alive.
Puff my chest out and show myself.
Kevin Hester said, "There he is." So, it's a good day.
Now I can't see you guys. I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, until I get my button fixed here, you're
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Well, we've been looking forward to this live video for quite some time. I know we talked about it months ago. You know,
Yep, absolutely.
getting situated. So it's awesome that we get to do this tonight. So thanks for coming on once again.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. So any last minute thoughts about this cigar? Is it any other flavors you guys are getting from it?
No.
You know, it's I like playing chess, and this is kind of weird, but I like playing chess. So if I was playing chess outside, I'm getting some cedar.
Okay.
A little cedar. So I have a chessboard that's made of cedar wood.
Nice.
That's what got me to think of it. So makes me think if I was playing chess outside, this is probably one of the cigars I'd get, like you were saying, when you're on the grass or just, you know.
I think part of this taste profile for me, I would have to say that it does sport a little bit of a very calm leather. It's not a real pronounced leather, but I kind of feel like that's maybe part of it.
Okay. So I would ask the question that we always ask if you would buy this again, but I know you have. So
I have I bought a whole pack of them, and I would do it again, definitely. Like I said, if you're mowing the lawn, you're out on the golf course
for $3 a stick,
you're at a job site. It's a 2-hour cigar.
Yeah.
All right, so getting back, Rob, with what I was telling you earlier. So the cigar, if I had enough money, this would be I would have a whole humidor stocked full of them. The Padron 1926 8th anniversary, or 80 years. That is 2 cigar.
I have had one my whole life.
I've only had one also, and it was probably the best cigar I've ever had.
It is very good.
I've had 2.
You've had 2.
Yeah.
It's something about the way it transitions and all the taste you can get from one cigar.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
We haven't reviewed that one, have we?
No.
We should get that for the 4th of July and
$32 stick.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I'm not buying it.
Never mind. We might wait for that one.
That's like a one stick a year for me. Unless I start making money on YouTube, that's where it's going to stand, 1 a year.
That's $64 for 2 sticks for us. We could buy a decent bottle of whiskey.
Priorities, man.
Priorities. Buy some diapers too.
Yeah.
We still have about 7-8 viewers, so we did get up to about 11. So that's good for us. I mean, our first live video in a long time at least. So yeah, good to do it. So I want to see some comments. Does any of you guys smoke cigars? If so, what are some of your favorites? We had the comments going with favorite bourbons, but I want to hear some cigars. So when is your favorite time, Pete, to have a cigar? Is it when you're mowing the lawn on a job site, or just relaxing and gone?
Yeah. So I would say any time of day.
Okay.
As the Mark Twain, if you read the on the wrapper, I kind of agree with the saying. It says, "It has been my rule never to smoke when sleeping, and never to refrain from smoking when awake." I like having a morning once in a while every day, but like on a weekend, having like a cup of really dark coffee or like espresso. That's another thing that Jeremy Sires, he commented on, and I completely agree. Cigar and espresso go hand in hand. My favorite time of day, though, that I find myself having, I would say, is either right after work or with a bunch of guys, like around a bonfire, 8, 9 at night, stay up, shoot the crap and just have some fun.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say that there's any time of day that I don't enjoy one, but I'd say a majority of mine all happen in the evening. So,
you ever wake up in the morning with your cup of coffee and light up a stogie? Or
absolutely, man. Yeah. That's probably on a weekend, if I'm really in the mood, that's probably one of the best morning times I could have right there. I love that. And then to answer your question, what cigar would I have if it was early in the morning?
Oh, there you go. That was going to be my next question.
I knew it, and that's why I read your mind. It would have to be a Perla Del Mar.
Okay.
With a nice cup of coffee. That is heaven.
That reminds me a lot of this one. Just construction-wise,
okay.
Very thin Connecticut wrapper.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think it's a better smoke. But Phil is on. He says, "Hey, what's up, Phil?"
What up?
Josh says, "Man of War, Armada, and Ruination. Those are both very good ones."
Oh yeah, I love Man of War.
Oh yeah, the Ruination is awesome.
So to ask the viewers out there, what are their, if you had a favorite cigar, what would that cigar be? I would love to hear what people have to say out there.
Yeah. We have That's Crazy. He says cigar and coffee is great. Yeah, we were talking about that a little earlier. Not sure if you're on, but and we're just talking about that now with Pete. But yeah, it sure is, man.
Caleb Merritt's on. Haven't seen Caleb in a while.
Yeah.
He says Oliva Series V Bellicoso started it all, but the best so far was the Padron 1964. That's my favorite Padron as well.
That is a great cigar. I love that one. And that one's a lot more affordably priced than the 1926.
We almost smoked that one tonight.
Which one?
The Padron 1964.
Okay, yeah.
Because we already
that's
did
a
it.
good one.
I had one at school. It was late at night. That was the last one I had. That's why I wasn't able to do it tonight. But that ash, I have a picture on my Instagram. The ash was down to the band. It didn't even fall off once. Amazing stick.
Rory says, "So Rob, are you still leaving your cigars in the cellophane for a while, and then you take it out, as previously mentioned in a previous video?"
Rob, I thought you smoked them with the cellophane on, don't you?
I do. Just like I put the Starburst in my mouth and I try to open it up. I like the cigar. I try to unravel it with my tongue.
I can't tell why every cigar tastes like burnt plastic.
Yeah, and I always get that on my palate. I don't know why, but I love it.
Oh, shoot.
That's my pairing right there.
I can't wait to actually meet up with you guys in real life. It'd be cool hanging out with you guys sometime.
Oh, for sure. And it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, got to wave to my son, and there he is.
Andrew Milam is on. Hey, Andrew, thanks for hopping on. Oh, I didn't even know he was on. He said dinner and family time. See you later. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for popping on, Andrew.
Caleb said morning cigar for me and Ashton Symmetry.
Oh, yeah. I love me some good Ashtons.
That is something I need to do, is wake up in the morning and have a cigar. I have never done that.
I'd like to do it here by our lake and just
enjoy a cigar when you wake up. And
so here would be my advice to you, Rob, if you do that. So get up, wake up, have your first cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And just kind of chill for a second, then light it up with a fresh cup of coffee. It is heaven.
With your second cup. Yeah,
because it kind of like wakes your palate up a little bit with the coffee, and then the cigar just adds to all that. It's wonderful.
See, something I've been wanting to do too is my parents have a cottage, and we go fishing every now and then on the weekends.
Nice.
I would like to take a cigar out there on the boat and light one up with my cup of coffee and throw a line in, That'd be fun.
Yep. That'd be very fun. All right, so I want to move on to one more part of the show before we finish up here, because I know my cigar is almost out. So I would like to know, and I'll tell you mine too, an interesting, mysterious fact about each of you. I want to know what's an interesting thing that maybe a lot of people don't know about you.
I'm pretty open.
You go first.
A little hidden treasure.
Man, hidden treasure about me. I do like to write. I write on the side. I play music, play the guitar.
Nice.
I'm not going to say anything to embarrass myself, but yeah, that kind of stuff. I actually, and I know we talked about it before, I write a lot of horror novels. One day I want to be published. So
nice. Very good.
I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but hey, you can dream.
Yeah, it's America.
It's America. Dream. And I'm not big into politics, so that's something about me as well. That's a lie.
You're the one that mentioned Obama. Hey, you're the one that mentioned Obama.
Oh, and I don't believe the moon landing is true. So that's
gosh.
We won't get into that. Maybe after the show.
Graham?
Before I answer, that's crazy. Ask when we're going to do a top 5 under 10. I said we hope to do a budget cigar or an under $5 soon, but the 10 will come too.
Oh, for sure.
But that's definitely more we want to do with cigars too.
And then we were wanting to do top whiskeys under 50. Or no, we did 50 and 40 under 100. Under 100.
We're starting to get more where we could probably
do that.
More under 100, but there's so many out there.
There's so many out there that we haven't tried yet that we're.
Before we get to yours, Graham, here's another question for you. How much total do you think you guys have spent in whiskey?
Don't want to answer that one.
Personally,
play the fifth.
Man, I don't want to answer that.
All right, so individually, it doesn't have to be together. I just want to know over the last year, What do you think your price tag
Together
is
over the
on?
last year.
Should you not answer that though? Because are your significant others going
They
to
may watch.
question your finances?
Yeah. I know.
Let's just say $5,000.
Okay.
Just
That's like lifetime.
without really thinking about it. I mean,
All right.
$3,000 to $5,000 in the last
Gotcha.
couple years.
It's one of those things where I think it adds up quicker than you realize.
Yeah.
So
It does. But when you have something you enjoy, a good hobby, that's not a lot actually. Because you can spend $10,000 on a crotch on it.
I would say, because you're doing stogies as well, but at the same time, you've had some stogies aging in your humidor that
I've had some
for
stogies
years,
for like 3 years.
so that we didn't really have to spend too much. Because usually you're like, hey, we're doing this review. I come over, I'm like, oh, thanks, buddy. So,
and then even with whiskey, I have some bottles that I bought over a year ago.
Yeah.
We haven't even cracked yet.
Right,
That we're waiting to review.
Those are the best. Like you have something to look forward to. I love those.
Yeah.
right.
But getting back to your question, what do people not
Josh.
necessarily know about me?
Yes.
A lot of people don't know that I am dyslexic, so it's not a hindrance or anything. It's just learn differently, and typically
That was dyslexic.
Typically, people that are dyslexic are more creative, and they just learn differently. So I learn better by seeing as opposed to hearing you tell me
Yeah.
something. And that's why I like doing the graphics and everything and the graphic design.
I'm surprised your shirts don't say dimple subversion.
Yeah, makes sense. But my other thing would be when I was a kid, my family actually had ostriches.
Really?
Not as pets, but my dad thought maybe we could get into the meat market of ostrich because it's like beef, but leaner.
And you ate them.
Really?
Yeah,
I've never known anybody to have an ostrich meat of any kind.
What the hell you got these
Did you
for?
make a ostrich jerky?
Steaks.
Wow. Man, were they good?
It was sad though because we raised 3 of them and then we had to butcher them and we sold them at our local
Were you
grocery
involved
store.
with the butchering?
No, we sent them off.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I could see going to the fair. You see like the bison trailer, then you see the ostrich trailer. I don't know that there'd be a line at the ostrich trailer, though. I don't know.
You know, it is.
Maybe.
If you season it right, it's better than beef and it's healthier for you. But yeah,
It's
just
like turkey.
spot on. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's something that people don't know. Like I was always the kid in high school. Like, this guy's got ostriches at his house. You know,
Let's go over there.
pretty weird. But it didn't work out, so we got rid of them. So yeah, that's. How about you, Pete?
It's getting bad.
So this is a really funny fact actually, and a lot of people are going to laugh at this because I have a YouTube channel and everything. My own mother and father do not know I smoke cigars.
Wow.
It's not a big one.
What would your mother and father think if they knew?
I don't really know. I know what my mother would think.
Not like it, right?
It's just it's gonna be one of those things. It's gonna come out eventually, but I don't think it's gonna be that bad. It's just when I was young, they always very heavily disowned smoking and all that. So it's more of just not wanting to face the judgment of things. I enjoy cigar smoking way too much, and it's one of those things where she thinks smoking is smoking, and it's definitely different than cigarettes for me. And it's more of just enjoyment. I probably relax more doing a cigar than I do if I was doing yoga. I don't even do yoga, but I'm just saying if I did yoga.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is that way just to kind of just let loose, just relax.
And bringing people together.
Yep.
Actually talking.
Yep.
But I do
And
have a
it's funny too because my great grandpa, he actually smoked cigars. And my dad actually told me stories. He actually had a box. First time I ever saw a cigar was in my parents' basement. He kept a box from his grandpa, my great grandpa, and it was a rum crooks cured cigar, and it smelled. And then he had a little paper bag of chewing tobacco he used to have too. I saw pictures of my great grandpa. You have a cheek stuffed full of tobacco. It was pretty funny.
I want to take a step back quick too.
Yeah, go ahead.
My mom is a lot probably like your mom. Her father smoked cigarettes since he was 13, and throat cancer and all that. And she sees what happened to him, and
Yeah.
she hates it that I smoke cigars. And I don't think she understands the difference between the two either.
Yeah.
between smoking cigarettes for 50 years and
Having a cigar maybe once a
Right.
week. So we typically she knows, but we don't talk about it, and it's one of those things we just don't discuss. But she was in my basement the other week, and I was showing her the bar after we updated it, and she's like, "Oh, this is a nice little chest here."
Oh yeah.
Like, "Oh," I'm like, "Yeah, that holds my cigars." She's like, "Oh," she's like, "I really don't like it that you do that." I'm like, "Mom, I know." I'm like, "I'm
I
not."
say I will do a humidor tour at some point in time. but I always cover mine up in the basement when I know my parents are coming over, because it is like if the world was to end tomorrow, I'd have enough cigars to probably last me like 5 years.
I would love to see a tour of your humidor. That would be awesome.
It's actually went down because I haven't bought cigars for probably, I'll say, a year and a half or maybe 2 years now, because I bought so many at one time. I had 2 150 count humidors, a 50 desktop humidor, I have a cooler. It's a mini styrofoam cooler that's filled, and I had another igloo cooler that's like has a little handle on top. That's filled. And then I have a glass jar. It's one of those like giant cookie jars. That was full. So I think if I had to average it out, I probably had somewhere in the range of 600 to 800 cigars somewhere in there at one point.
So this leads to a question for you, Pete. But before I ask that question, I do want to say that's crazy. Said that he has cigars that are 20 years old.
Holy cow! Seriously,
Yes,
who's that?
That is crazy. That's crazy. But
I think they would lose all their flavor, wouldn't they?
I would think eventually, but who knows?
No, I mean, I've heard if you take care of your cigars, they'll last forever. And then some people say, like maybe a Padron 80th might mellow out a little bit
it's
more.
definitely not going to taste the same, but it could be better. It could be kind of bland. I mean, who knows? Depending on the cigar, I'm guessing. But
yeah.
But Pete,
yes.
I know we talked about what your first cigar was, but where were you, and how did it come about? What were you younger? Were you out with some friends?
I was probably 20. I was 25, I think, roughly. I'm 34 now, turning 35 this year, so it's probably about 10 years ago. And just my friend and I were in the backyard, and I just took a few puffs because at that time, all the judgment that had been bestowed upon me from my parents about smoking, I was very cautious. But I had a couple puffs, and the aroma and everything, I didn't necessarily like the taste of the draw in my mouth at the time, but the aroma, like if I go to Cedar Point, you always smell the black and milds floating through the lines. That was like my number one, like, oh my gosh, what is that smell? It's so good. But no, I was just around we used to call it tiki time. I have tiki torches around me now, but we would do a tiki time where we had a fire and had a little bit of a cigar there. And then when I worked for the same year, I was working for a couple, and I would go down in the garage as I was working, and I lit up a President, maybe just had a third of it, and acted like I was all cool at the time and didn't really know what I was doing. Lit up with a Bic lighter and so on and so forth. That's kind of how it all started. I really kind of latched on at that point. Had maybe one a month, and now it's probably more like 3 to 4 a week.
I used to have 1 to 2 a year, and then met this guy.
Yeah, Graham. Gosh dang it.
But no. That's funny. You put Pete is 34 after he said his age.
Yeah. Somebody actually asked how old you were, and Rory was being nice to you. Said you were 27.
You know what? I get a lot of so it's either end of the spectrum. I either get like 26, 27, or I get like, oh, are you 42? I'm like, no. But no, when someone says 27,
about 30, 32.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know.
I look maybe slightly younger than I am. I don't know how it's possible, but that's what people say.
Man, that is probably the wonkiest
Looks like a backwoods
burn
cigar
I've ever had. Now there was, when I first lit it, there was a little tear in it already.
Yeah, it was rough.
I think Graham put a firecracker in the end of yours.
Yeah, once it gets to about here, it's gonna blow up.
So how much of your cigar do you have left, Graham? Because I have about 1.5 to 2 inches left.
Yeah, I'm about the same.
I've been smoking a little bit fast tonight.
It is kind of a loose, not want to say a loose straw, but it's not tight, so it's definitely easy to puff on it.
I'd say that's one of my pet peeves, though. Like if you get a cigar that you really liked as a loose straw and you puff, and all of a sudden it starts tasting bitter.
It's tough.
That's probably one of my biggest pet peeves of cigars, I would say.
I think my biggest one is tight draw. I hate a tight draw. I don't want to work to smoke a cigar.
Yeah, because then you're constantly like trying to,
you're working.
You're working on it, and then your brain cells are working too. So you're constantly feels like you're holding your breath, and so you feel that nicotine a little bit faster.
You know what I should do? If anybody is on the comments right now, I have a video. It's of I think it's a 17-inch cigar. It's called the Thompson Imperador. I still have one left in my basement. It has not been in the humidor, so it might be dry. But it didn't want to light or smoke, but I think I might send it to you guys so you could try a video of your own on.
Oh, man, that would be.
Rob can smoke that.
That
one.
would be hilarious.
We are gonna,
I do remember that video.
Graham can have a petite Corona. You can have like a petite Corona, and then he can have the Thompson Imperador next to you.
Yeah, you can have a cigarella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm done. Well, I'm gonna go in. So
Yeah,
Rob,
I'll
take
just
it
be
away.
out here doing, Yeah, there's no way.
Yep. That thing would not light with a blowtorch. It would not light with this campfire burner that Tom had. It was like if you watch the video, he was trying to blaze the end of this, literally blaze it. And this thing would not light. It would not smoke worth anything. It's probably made from like tree bark. I don't even know.
You're 29.
I'm 29. Which means I'll be 30.
I was guessing like 17, but
I mean,
I'm his legal guardian.
yeah,
yeah.
it's legal if he's with me.
That's crazy.
I
That's how
do
old
get
we
a lot
were.
of like 22, 23, 24-ish.
Gotcha.
Yep. I just turned 33 on Monday, and Rob turned 29 on the 1st.
Happy belated, man.
We are June birthdays.
Found it. So,
I'm July, so I'll be right behind you.
What date?
10th.
Okay.
oh, nice.
And my social security number is, no, I'm just kidding.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
I figure we can stay on for maybe a couple more minutes if anybody's got any more questions or want to say anything in the live chat. Or Pete, if you have any other questions or want to say something to the fans here.
And while we go ahead, Pete.
No, I was just going to say, I would welcome anybody that wants to come on my channel. You know, it's a different channel. If you're wanting a serious cigar review channel, my channel will not be for you. I like to have fun. If you go back in my videos and watch the different types of cigar smokers, you'll see what I'm talking about, because that one's a complete kind of more like a drama skit kind of thing. I put on outfits and try stuff, but come over if you want to have some fun, see something different. I mean, it's like I said, it's not for everybody, but if you want to come over and check it out, I'd love to have you guys. So
Yeah. Pete actually has helped us out a lot. We hit our 100 subscriber mark. He did a video for us, and he's been nothing but a big support. So
thank you.
Yeah, head over to his channel. For Pete's sake, have a cigar. Check him out. Look at some of his older videos too, because he's got some funny ones in there.
And actually, you know what? I would love feedback. If anybody, you don't even have to subscribe to my channel if you don't want to. I would just love feedback from what viewers liked. And Rory, you don't have to comment because I already know what Rory likes. He wants to see more of Richard in the different types of cigar smokers. He's the one that says, what are you smoking over there? Is it filth? It's disgusting.
I would like to see
your next channel out. Come out with some stuff we'd love to see again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and Rory's been kind of, like you said, he's trying to figure out kind of what he wants to do, but
yeah, absolutely.
every now and then he comes up with a new channel, and I gotta like reacquaint myself with him so that I know who's coming.
Well, too, I don't think he's had a bad idea yet. All of his ideas are really good. He's really good. He says he does one take, and I give him kudos for that, because my takes on here, you and me, Graham, we've talked about this, where the editing, we're 48 hours into editing, and we like our version of ourselves in editing. But he does it all in one take, because he doesn't have the technology to do what we do, and he has such a, I would say, like almost like a radio voice. But I'm always drawn into when he does videos, because they're straight to the point. The way that he uplifts the other channels, I'm always kind of addicted to seeing what he has to say. So it's pretty cool.
Well, and Rory, I believe Rory pushed Crosby's Corner to get started, and he is taken off on YouTube as well. And
yeah, absolutely
enjoy watching him as well.
Yeah,
I love being in on the ground workings of a channel, like before they get even above 50 subscribers. That's the best time, in my opinion, of like a channel in itself. It's something about it. Once they get to such a big stage, kind of like TNT Cigars, or even over at Cigars Daily, they have gotten bigger. They're still fun to watch, but I love the beginning stages when they're being goofy.
Right,
they're being themselves. I mean, that's really cool.
And they're able to communicate with more of the viewers more so, and
absolutely, yeah, kind of connect with everybody.
Right. I like that too.
Our kids are banging on the patio.
Oh boy, they're watching
doors.
us.
We should turn the camera so they can see.
Yeah.
Well, gents, I really appreciate you guys having me on tonight. This has been a blast.
Oh man, it's been a great time. We're gonna have to do it again for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I guess if you're viewing out there, you guys want to see more of this, just let us know, and we'll try to make it happen again.
For sure. Be good.
Hello, family. Hello, family.
Says hi.
Oh, making me dizzy. Oh, there we are. So yeah, once again, Pete, thanks for coming on with us.
Absolutely.
To all the viewers, thank you for joining us and sticking around for this hour and a half, or about an hour and a half live video stream, and we're lucky to have you guys. So it's been fun.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Cheers, guys.
More. Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. I don't really have anything in here anymore, but sure, I'll have another drink after this. And
Just take the bottle.
No, again, I know you were just saying it, but this was a lot of fun, Pete, and it's great to get to know you even further. Hopefully, we can keep this thing going and
Absolutely.
collaborations after this.
Sounds good, man.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. We are Simple Diversion. He is, for Pete's sake, Have a Cigar.
go check him out. Go get him on
And,
Instagram too. He does a lot on that.
Yeah, thank you for being on here and making this that much more fun. So,
Absolutely, guys. I'd love to hang out anytime. So anytime you want to, let me know.
all right, man. Well, you guys all have a good night, and don't forget to have a cigar in one hand, whiskey in the other, and good company by your side. And as always,
See you soon.
see you soon, guys.
See ya.